Hello, welcome to a bonus Arcade Couch where we're talking about the Summer Game Fest show, the main show hosted by Geoff Keighley. Of course, it just finished, it just wrapped up. My name's Bill Blunt. Joining me, Ashley Hobley.
Hey, Dylan, excited to be here for Summer Games Fest.
You sound it. Let's not beat around bush. What were your thoughts on that show?
Yeah, it was a bit of a letdown, I think. I think our expectations were maybe a little bit too high, and it didn't quite meet what we were expecting the show to be. And yeah, it definitely felt like the 2-hour long show that it was.
Yeah, that was probably the worst one, I think. I can't think of like if I was to without going back and rewatching all of the past years, that felt like the worst one. I'm just looking through my list here. Like, obviously, there's a few things that stand out as good, but for the most part, very subpar. And I think also coming off the surprisingly good state of play that we had, obviously 2 days ago, that was a good mix of games, and this I was struggling.
No, it doesn't help that it's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and
yeah, but when you're not, it doesn't. Number one thing that doesn't help when you like go to watch any of these streams is just when you're completely disinterested, and you're like, just show me something, please show me something. Yeah, all right. Well, let's run through it. Yell out anything of intrigue, but so we open the show with Mortal Shell 2, which is the first of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by my count, but I could be wrong. Souls likes during this show. As we were watching along, of course, kept noting the amount of Souls likes that were showing up. But I mean, 6 out of it's probably obviously a small percentage by the number of games there, but I think it doesn't help that they all look, it's like, when we go down, it's like Souls-like that's slightly different, Souls-like that's anime, Souls-like that's DLC / expansion for Souls-like. It's just a list of stuff. But beta opens up for that soon. What's the thing? Death Stranding 2 got a not really a trailer, but a clip.
Just a clip.
Kojima came out. It was for Neil and Lucy, new characters that are in the game. I didn't really think we needed Death Stranding during the show, especially because they're doing a thing later this afternoon anyway, like a live like playthrough thing that's part of Summer Game Fest anyway. So this just felt unnecessary to me personally. Nonetheless, Chronicles Medieval is a game in which Tom Hardy narrates, or at least narrated the trailer. Oh, no, I'm not sure how that works, if he's narrating the actual whole thing as you play it or what the go is, but they didn't really show us much. And to be honest, a lot of the games, the new stuff, other than Geoff riling off keyword buzzwords as he sets up and introduces the game, a lot of time you're like, what is this actually? Like, what's it actually look like to play? We've got a couple seconds of someone on a horse, like, walking towards the edge of a battlefield with troops around them, and you're like, all right, cool. And then that was it. So anyway. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds got a new trailer. Also got some shade. Well, it threw shade at the recent release of Mario Kart, I guess, on stage. So
saying this one's going to be cross-platform.
Yeah, cross-platform support for this one. Also revealed in the trailer, Joker from Persona 5 is going to be it. Ichiban from Like a Dragon is going to be in it. Hatsumiku, thank you. Weeb Alert is going to be in the game, and then also Minecraft.
Yep. It's actually going to be cross worlds.
Yeah, literally, you're going to go to the.
My question is, are you going to be able to play as a chicken jockey?
It's a good question.
Like, instead of a cart, it's just a chicken with a zombie on top. Yeah.
I think if they haven't thought of that, their marketing team's doing a bad job of doing their job. Because that would be huge miss.
I mean, the only thing against it is like I assume there's a certain size that the vehicles need to be. And chicken jockey would be quite small.
Nah, just for the sake of
the bit,
just make it bigger. Do you reckon they didn't say it, but like, do you reckon we can get like a Yakuza world and a Persona world. Like they just showed the characters, right? They didn't really.
I would be shocked if there's not like a level,
Yeah,
or a track. You know what I mean?
That would be cool.
Like you drive through the streets of
Cats.
Japan
Yeah.
through one of the Mementos worlds or something like that. You know?
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Or around
Also,
a
I feel
stage.
like if they did stuff like that, it would really set up a precedent for that game having cool DLC crossovers, which would help it, like, over its lifetime. So, yeah, that was cool. Yeah. So then we got Code Vein 2 announced. This is the anime Souls-like. Cool. End of Abyss, 2026. Got to be honest, can't remember what that is. I just wrote it down. Do you remember? Cool. None of us remember. Let's move on. Because if it didn't stand it. Mouse PI for Hire. Troy Baker is playing a character in.
Of course he is. You know.
Do you want to play this? You got any interest in this Mouse PI?
Yeah, I'm keen to give it a go. You know. Aussie studio, right?
I think so. Or at least it's published by. Yeah, I'll double check, but
yeah, I believe so because it was at PAX, right?
It was at the PAX, yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it sounds right. Yeah, I'm keen for that. I think it looks fun. I like the stylization and everything like that. Then we get the reveal of Playside Aussie Studio definitely doing this one. So it's Game of Thrones War for Westeros. War of Westeros.
War for Westeros.
War for Westeros. Yeah. So it's a real-time strategy game coming from Playside. Cool trailer. Obviously no gameplay. This is the going to what I'm talking about, but no trailer or anything. But how do you feel? Real-time strategy game, Game of Thrones. Would you play that?
Yeah, I think so. Like it just depends on how in depth and like what type of real-time strategy game is it? Is it like going to be base building, or is it just going to be like you build your army? Is it going to be like Total War as real-time strategy, that kind of thing? So
super hardcore.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So yeah, we'll see. Fumi Games is actually in Poland, so
there you go. So it's just been published by Playside, isn't it?
Yeah,
there you go. What was I going to say? Yeah, trailer for this was cool though. Game of Thrones, like obviously it had the Night King.
Obviously they've got licenses for the TV show and everything. So
it looked real. The trailer was like pretty high quality. That's cool. Then we got Atomic Heart 2 being announced as being in active development, and then they also announced the Cube Atomic Universe, which I can't remember if they actually confirmed was a battle royale or whatever, but anyway, it's a multiplayer shooter thing. Yep. A lot of dude bro energy coming off these trailers. There's a shot of just legs. Someone's crotch. Yep.
A lot of women's legs.
A lot of boobalicious, a lot of arselicious, a lot of just straight up crotch in your face. Sure.
Yep.
I wasn't a big fan of the first game, so yeah, wasn't doing a lot for me.
You didn't get enough a chance, Dylan. You know,
I'm pretty sure I finished.
You didn't accept the vision that they wanted to go for.
No, you're correct. I didn't accept the vision. You're correct.
What were the other comics you got in the review?
Yeah, just good old dude bros. Yeah, cool. Marvel Cosmic Invasion announced 2 new characters coming to this game when it comes out. Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk.
Yeah, good choices.
Marvel beat 'em up.
For a beat 'em up, yeah.
Beat 'em up, yeah.
Beat 'em up. Man, She-Hulk's cool. She get her own TV show.
Imagine. Onimusha, I forgot to write down the subtitle.
Way of the Sword?
Some sort? Yeah, seems right, to be honest. Sounds right. Onimusha Way. So they got a new trailer, so that's not Souls-like, but close enough. And then we got the reveal of Felt That Boxing.
Yes.
Which looks to be a cross between Punch-Out and like a narrative, like, I don't know, choice-based game maybe? I don't know if I was guessing. But very funny trailer.
Yeah.
Was having a bowl watching that one.
just the design is so amusing to look at. You know, these Muppet-esque beings boxing. You know, it would only be improved if it was actually licensed by the Muppets. You know what I mean?
I'm happy. I don't know if I need Kermit clean the toilet. You know what I mean? Then we got the reveal of Killer Inn, which is a deduction game, closed beta, coming
But also
soon.
you shoot each other?
Yeah, 12v12, 24 players. There looks to be loot containers and guns and shoot each other, and you're trying to win. It's wolves versus sheep. But then you go deduct. You can look at people's bodies like in Among Us and figure out how they do. I don't know, whatever.
You don't look at people's bodies in Among Us?
Bang?
No.
Well, no.
I know that's why you hate the game. Like, this is too simple.
Yeah, I need bodies, man. Like, you know, let them bodies hit the floor.
I mean, there's bodies, but there's no clues on the bodies.
Well, that's the unrealistic game is the thing. Benoit Blake would struggle. Yeah, that's what I meant. Whatever. We then got a trailer for Ark Riders. It comes out October 30th. Whatever. I thought it was a pretty meh trailer. It was just people running around shooting.
Yeah.
You know, while that in this show, to be honest. June Awakening got a trailer. That game is officially out June 10th, but you can get early access now.
You can get a head start.
Head start, whatever the fuck that means. But I will say, I thought this trailer was cool. Like, showcase the they tell a story in the trailer of these two players finding each other and teaming up and doing missions together and whatever, then, building base together, and then they
joining different factions.
Yeah, they joined different factions. So I actually thought this was a good trailer for the game. I think you can track a narrative through it. So good for them. Then we got a trailer for Chrono Odyssey, which has a playtest June 20th June 20th to June 22nd. Anyway, it's a Souls-like. Then we got Wuthering Way.
No, it's an MMORPG apparently.
Oh, fucking whatever. I'm
just saying.
It blended in.
Yeah, I mean, it looked.
I'm going off my notes, not double checking anything I wrote down. We're recording straight after. Yeah, I don't have the Steam pages. I have book. I have this lovely Nintendo Switch 2 notebook that I received when I attended the Melbourne experience. Thank you, Nintendo. And now I'm writing about all these non-Nintendo games.
Yeah,
anyway,
okay.
Whatever. I don't know if that was a prerequisite for taking the notepad. Whatever. Wuthering Heights. I can't remember what that was. What was that? Do you remember? Cool. No. Anyway, then we got Mia.
Hang on. That was one of those anime free-to-play games.
That's probably why I don't remember it. Yep. So who cares? Let's move on. Mia Memories in Orbit. Demo out now. This looked cool. This was a Metroidvania, right? I think it was a Metroidvania.
I think so. It's hard to tell, obviously, from a small slice.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to tell. But
Metroidvania.
Yeah. Cool art style. Yeah, I mean, look, I want to look up more. The demo's out now, so maybe I'll even maybe I should just check it out. You know what I mean? The demo's out now.
Given what's the Xbox Metroidvania? Animals, I think.
Was it two of them?
Yep. Or in the Blind Forest. That's it. Those all. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can feel that. Yeah. Then we got a trailer for Out of Worlds. What the hell's that? Not cool. Anyway, it comes out 2026. Good for them. Mafia: The Old Country got a new trailer. Look cool. I'm keen for this. Again, don't forget it's a more linear experience. We're not open world anymore. You know, so they're just taking you down this narrative journey. A single player story, obviously, and I think in a stream filled with more such large games, and a lot of them, honestly, not a lot of these trailers are narrative
Story-based?
focused in a way, or story based in a way that makes sense. It's just people monologuing about the world was grown by the bear's beast of the bastion of the foxhounds and the like whatever fucking bullshit we're going on about.
Narration.
Narration, big words. Yeah, like I'm okay for this. Just a single player experience. Tell me the story. Tell me how the whatever character I'm playing as becomes part of the family.
Listen, we all understand. It's a pretty girl, so you join the mafia.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the trailer starts, and I'm like, well, either she dies or he falls in love with it. Yeah, so that's how. Yeah. What the fuck am I? Lego Voyages. Which Lego game was this? This was
like with the little two tiny blocks.
Oh, this is the co-op puzzle one. This looked really cool. This looked really, really cool. Yeah, we definitely want to play this. I think I think my favorite thing is the art style looks really cool and everything, like very beautiful. That 3D isometric sort of world that you're moving around. But then I think just the fact that that one little part where they show the simple, they attempt to fling one of the blocks with this simple bridge thing or whatever, and doesn't work. So then it's obviously you have to use more Lego blocks to build it up. So I like that idea. I think this is cool because then I get like the puzzles are literally going to be you're working with someone. You get to an area, you try something, it doesn't work, then you have to use you have to build a solution, which I think is cool. It's like very Lego. So.
Obviously they've done the previous build Lego puzzle game.
Which Builder's Journey.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah,
I think that sounds right.
So this one's a little bit more co-op and that kind of stuff. So I just wonder how difficult building the Legos will be.
Yeah, well, they didn't show that. I guess they cut to it like
they also sped up sections as well. Like, so how time consuming is it going to be to put all these pieces together?
Don't. Also, like if it's like a little, if it takes time, but not like you gotta spend hours.
Frustrating amount of time.
Yeah. Then we got Nicktoons. Dylan forgot to write down the subtitle, but Nicktoons something.
It's not on the Steam page, so
I will find the answer between this recording and before I go publish explosion.com article of all the trailers. That's when I'll find it. Anyway, Nicktoons something or other. Only a brief, like 3 seconds of gameplay, but looks like a to be honest,
Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny.
There we go. To be honest, those 3 seconds of gameplay, my mind went, like Cat Quest.
Yeah. I mean, it's like an action RPG, so.
Yeah, so.
You assume with a interesting roster of Nicktoons related characters.
Yeah, which, to be honest, I like those I like that gameplay style, and I'm happy to play a game of SpongeBob or whatever the Nicktoon characters run when introducing this. You know what I'd love to run around in a game that type of stylized would actually be Nigel Thornberry, to be completely honest. Smashing, like that's what I need in my life. We then got Liza P. Overture. This is like the prequel DLC expansion thing. Anyway, that is out now. We got one shadow drop in this stream, so that was cool for players. But yeah, Fractured Blooms, Blade Cross Soul Neo, Blade Cross Soul Heroes, One Punch Man is in something, Seven Deadly Sins, Origin, I think I've wrote here. Anyway, that was all part of the ad segment here. I think. Yeah. Apart from, come back to Fractured Bloom. Sorry, yeah, no, we'll come back to that. Yeah, so Blue Cross Soul Neo, Blue Cross Soul Heroes, One Punch Man is in something. I forgot to write down the name. And Seven Deadly Sins was all the ad segment. Fractured Bloom. Sorry, as I was saying, I was like, wait, hold on, that's that cool looking game. That was the one where you're
don't eat the tomatoes.
Yeah, don't eat tomatoes. So it's like all the characters like walk around. There's all these like weird voices, like looping voices, and if you looked at the trailer, you'll see the gameplay or the objectives as like a mix of like the most mundane sort of farming sim tasks of plant 10 tomatoes, and then below that it'll be like symbol cross symbol. So like, what is going on? But I thought this was a pretty cool trailer and something that intrigues me to find out more about for sure. Yeah, I forgot that's what it was titled actually. Fractured Blooms. Yeah. Then we got a point for me. Jurassic World Evolution 3 was announced.
Yep.
Doesn't shock me because I predicted it. You know what I mean? Like I saw it coming. I knew new Jurassic World movie next month. Of course, new game. Easy.
Sure.
Then we got Mira the Hollower. Comes out October. Comes out October 31st. This is the new game from the team at Yacht Club Games.
Yep.
It's sits in there like throwbacky pixel art style, but this one isn't a side-scrolling action game. It's more of a top-down action game.
Yeah,
I guess it seems to be the go. Like more Zelda,
like a Zelda-esque.
Yeah, it's more Zelda inspired than Castlevania inspired. I guess would be the Keen to. I thought the trailer was like okay. It was definitely like it's that thing of like for this type of game. I'm like, it looks cool, but I need to. If I play
this one also has a demo out right now.
You know what? Might go play it. Hey, might go play it and find out if. Why don't we just do that? Why are we even here recording? You know what I mean? I should be over there on Steam Next Fest trying out all these exciting demos. And by many, I mean 2, because that's all we've mentioned so far. There may be more demos for games here, and I've not bothered to write them down because it didn't.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Then Deadpool left a note for Geoff. They did a whole bit, but there's a Deadpool VR game coming out, MetaQuest 3 exclusive. Comes out this year. No month or anything, but 2025. What do you think of this? If you had the headset, would you be excited? Because you're not going to buy one for this, but would you be like if you already had the headset sitting there and this trailer dropped, would you be like, yeah, fuck yeah?
I don't know if I'd be excited. I might give it a go, but it definitely. It's Deadpool, so I'm sure it'll be a fun experience. But it's not like, oh yeah, I'm super pumped to be Deadpool.
Neil Patrick Harris Deadpool.
Yeah.
MPH.
MPH doing a Ryan Reynolds impression.
MPH doing Ryan Reynolds doing
Deadpool.
Nolan North from Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang. I'll play it. There you go. I've got the headset, so
yeah.
There you go. Then we got a new trailer for Dying Light the Beast with the most important thing being the release dates of the game does come out August 22nd. So this is the sequel to the first one, basically. Anyway.
Yeah, same character
Looks
from
cool.
the first game.
Same character. Looked cool. I didn't play the first. Or no, did I go back and try? Yeah, I went back and tried the first one, and I was like, I played half of it, and then stopped and got burnt out. So, it looks all right. Then we got an exciting trailer. So we got a trailer for Mixtape. No release date still, which is the sad thing. But game looks fantastic. Obviously, Australian studio, extra points. What are they called? Beethoven Dinosaur? Yeah. Now, I loved the Artful Escape. Played it twice even. Once for review and then once on stream for the Platinum. So that was fun. Different platforms. Yep. Pretty excited for this. I mean, the soundtrack looks great. Just the general vibe of it. I mean, you must be excited for this too because I feel like it ticks the genre that you usually.
Yeah, it looks like a fun coming of age story, but told in a video game.
Yeah, which is one of your favorite movie genres. So
yeah.
You keen for this? Yeah,
I'm keen. So
did you play Artful Escape?
I don't think so. No, I never got around.
But that was less of your because this is more of like this looks more like.
Yeah, this looks much more narrative focused, not like weird music rhythm game.
Artful Escape had a story, but it was more of a vibe. As your Then we got Tau, I think. Tau and the Guardian of the Sacred Tree, which is a roguelike where it looks like you can pick between a bunch of different characters and stuff like that. It looked cool. At first, to be honest, like first 30 seconds where it was like a cinematic. I was like, what the fuck are we watching here? Like, good lord. But then we started seeing some gameplay. I was like, oh yeah, this could be cool.
It looks like Japanese Hades. Which I'm here for.
You know what? Yeah. I was like, that's fine. It's no problem with that.
There's a giant fish man.
Yeah,
and then a giant Shibu man.
Yeah, I'll bring up my all important point as I was watching. I'm pretty sure I saw some fishing in part of the trailer, and I don't know if you can have fishing in a game when you have a fish man. It feels.
What if you just trying to find his family. It's the only way he could do it.
Don't know how I feel about that. Then we got Axe of Blood, which looks so much like Sifu.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In a lot of the parts. I mean, the trailer had some gunplay and a bit more like parkouring and stuff happening. But I'll be honest, several of the the parts where he like walks into a level to face down like 3 enemy stuff, I'm like, that looks exactly, well, not exactly, but like that looks
very similar,
really fucking close to the first level in Seafood. To be is what was getting me,
mm-hmm.
and especially when it's made by one developer, I'm like, interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, it looked cool, but yeah, just intriguing. Then we got an announcement of Scott Pilgrim EX or Scott Pilgrim X. I'm not sure how we're saying it. We're just saying Scott Pilgrim X. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's written by Brian Lee O'Malley. It has basically all the devs and the music team and a lot of people that were originally involved in the first game back for this one. It looks like
Hamaguchi. I think it is.
Yeah, and it's coming out 2026. So very keen. I was a big fan of the, as a lot of people were.
Anamanaguchi.
I was a big fan of the original Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. No, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the movie, the game.
Yeah.
That came out in the PS3 generation. Really, really good. Obviously, a lot of people remember it for its banger soundtrack and just visual style and everything like that. So, but yeah, this is a new story by Brian Lee O'Malley for this. You pointed out as I was watching it, is it set during the original universe or the Netflix universe? Time will tell. You know, it's its own universe. It's the third universe.
Sure.
Why not? We then got the first of several teasers in a Capcom sale trailer. Great.
Trying to throw us off the trail.
Yeah. Then we got the First Descendant is getting, I don't know if it's like DLC or something. I don't know. First Descendant Breakthrough comes out August 7th. Scum is coming out June 17th in 1.0. I feel like having a trailer for Scum in this showcase is sort of really testament to the vibe of this overall Summer Game Fest, to be honest.
Just very juvenile.
Yeah, this showcase, it felt very Summer Game Fest. I don't know, it's usually very triple A focused. However, this felt very like Gamer Bro showcase, to be honest. And when you get like Scum and Atomic Heart and just like so. Anyway, Mind's Eye got a trailer, a story trailer. Intriguing to see how this one is going to be when it comes out, because obviously it comes out in a couple of days, and but then you've got the news already of like 2 of the studio heads leaving. I don't know what's happening there. But they also announced Hitman Cross Mind's Eye coming later. Some sort of Hitman. I don't know if they were saying Hitman's coming to Mind's Eye or there'll be like a Mind's Eye mission hit thing in Hitman. Don't know. Was a little bit confused on that fact. Nonetheless, they then moved on to 007 a bit and Hitman still. Kind of, yeah. So they announced there's a Lashif. Is it Lashif?
Yeah, that sounds right.
The Mads Mikkelsen character. Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen from Casino Royale. His character is going to be a hit mission thing in Hitman from today. 30 days. And you and I are confused because we don't really play these, but does it mean they delete the game after 30 days?
I believe so.
I don't know.
It's a limited time.
That's wild.
Mission.
They get Mads Mikkelsen in. Mads Mikkelsen comes on stage and everything to talk about a 30-day DLC or 30-day mission.
Yeah.
Insane. And then they
feel like they've done several of these as well.
But then they remove it. Is that what we're saying? They remove it.
As far as I'm aware.
Wild. Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay. Anyway, getting to that. Apparently you'll get something in 007 First Light if you complete this as well. I assume it'll tie into your IO account or something. I don't know. Then they announced Lego Party, which is coming in 2025, which is Mario Party, but it's Lego. And I think that's fine.
Makes sense.
You like Mario Party games? Do you reckon you'd be intrigued to play this one with you?
Yeah, I think so.
Your brother,
Like, how are they going to use the Lego, in a way that's interesting? Like,
break it.
Yeah, I guess it's either build or break.
You can't break Mario in half, so.
No, you can't. So
use what you've got to your
maybe
advantage.
you have to put your body together or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some creative stuff they can do. They have to have at least 60 creative things.
Yeah,
for 60
mini games they announced. Yeah. Then we got Wildgate open beta is happening. What have I wrote there? Next week. Open beta is happening next week. July 25th, the launch is happening. So this is a multiplayer shooter thing. Then we got a trailer for Blighted. So this is the new game from what's the studio name? Drinkbox Studios.
Yep.
Team behind Guacamelee and what's the other one I didn't play that you played?
Nobody Saves the World.
Nobody Saves the World. So another, what are we saying this is? Another sort of isometric action game from them. Look cool. Did you like it?
Does.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Supposedly
giving Death Door vibes, I guess. That's the closest one of those type of isometrics is closest to, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that. We're recording as Day of the Debs is currently airing, but obviously after this I'm going to go back to watching that, rewind it. But apparently they were showing some more of Blighted in Day of the Debs, so look forward to seeing that. Then we got the trailer for Ill, a new horror game, and it did look ill. There was a lot of fucked up shit in this, including like a very close to the camera shot of a baby running wild at the end of this. So this ticks a lot of boxes for games.
A lot of teeth.
Yeah,
teeth.
a lot of teeth. Yeah, a lot of teeth. Big creatures. I was intrigued by this. This just looks. I think just the designs of the creatures and stuff, whatever the hell we're dealing with, like, enjoyed it, and I'm sure you cannot wait to line up to play this either.
That's a nope for me, man. Nope for me, mate.
Yeah. Then we got Mecha Break, which is a mech game, but yep, I don't know enough about mech games to tell you if it looked good or bad, to be completely honest. Then they did a Resident Evil Birthday 30th announcement. The second tease towards the end of the show, where they consistently just like pissing off Resident Evil fans in the audience, I think. They're like, hey, here's a sale. Oh, no, nothing yet. And then, of course, when they have Resident Evil come back, you're like, everyone's brain, including mine, would have been like, they've already done the sale thing. So this has to be the reveal. This is the big moment. But they're like, no, then they have, please wait. We'll share more information on Resident Evil. The next
30th anniversary is in March.
Yeah. So just be patient for us. But news is coming soon. Okay, good job. So I can understand if a lot of people were pissed at that, to be honest, because just fucking teasing your audience at that point. Then we got one of the best trailers of the show. Oh, hold on, I skipped something there because I forgot what it was called. Right before the Resident Evil thing, they had a trailer for that game where it looked like about you shrinking down, playing as an ant person thing, and I forgot to write down the title of it, and I don't know what the hell it was. Anyway, I'm sorry for that game, but I may have zoned out for a complete second.
Or something like that.
Yeah, something like that sounds about right. And I forgot to write down title. I've got a dot point here that just says question mark. So then after Resident Evil thing, we then got the Street Fighter 6 trailer, which usually wouldn't excite me as not a big fighting game fan. However, it was all done by Kenny Omega, and it was great.
Omega.
Yeah. It was such good shit. Obviously, he's a fan of the game. I think it's the game he usually streams. It's just Street Fighter in the bottom corner while he's just talking about wrestling. And people asking questions in his chat. But yeah, so it was him cosplaying as all four characters, which I believe were like they've announced these four characters coming in the current Street Fighter 6. Yeah, like expand. What do you call it? Like a season pass thing. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Which whatever, cool. But yeah, it was a very funny trailer, I think. And also I think seeing Kenny Omega in drag, I think helped bring down the testosterone a little bit of the rest of the showcase. It helped bring it down from, because we're also bro vibes. Yeah, I mean the bro vibes come back up pretty fast soon, and we'll get to that. But so that was good. Then we got Last Flag, which just to me, it looked a little bit like Team Fortress 2, but with I don't know,
different characters.
Different characters. Yeah, I don't know how else to really, to be honest. Then we got Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which is a Souls-like thing, I think. I don't care if it's co-op, it's still Souls-like. And then for some reason they decided to queue up Wu Chang into Wu Tang as the next game they
yes.
announced after that. So Wu Tang Rise of the Receiver is what it wrote down? Deceiver. Yeah, fucking hell. I'm keen for that. Wu-Tang music in an action game where you're trying to, it sounds like find the Wu-Tang Clan or something. I'm down. I'm keen. I was down for Wu-Tang vibes. Wu-Tang anything, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that's been long rumored that they've been working on. So for it to be confirmed, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is he going into the afterlife to recover all the other Wu-Tang?
Well, I think he's going into the 36 chambers.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of jokes you can make. Yeah, very good. Then we got Guild Wars 2 quick thing saying there's double XP happening. Star Dive trailer. Bunch of ads shit happening there. Then we got Into the Unwell, which looked pretty cool, I think. Sort of a throwbacky, just a 3D action game. I don't know if it's platforming, but definitely
I said it was 3D Cuphead. It kind of looks artistically in that style.
Yeah, and you've got a character who's an alcoholic who's drowning his sorrows, and he's getting chucked down a well to go face his demons, I guess.
Demons, yeah.
Yep. Look cool to me.
Yeah.
And then, back to Dude Bro vibes. We had Splitgate 2 come out. The dude wore a hat that said, make FPS great again, which was a pretty fast yuck from, I think, both of us, because I was thinking it and your face was saying it. So,
yeah. I've seen some other people point it out on Blue Sky. Not a fan.
Not a fan? Yeah, okay, there we go. So it wasn't just us. But yeah, wearing that hat with his overall vibe of we're sick of Call of Duty and FPS is a shit, and
we want Titanfall 3.
We want Titanfall 3. Like, you can tell he's trying to like speak to a certain audience and maybe have that same like vibe as Joseph Fares. But the thing with Joseph Fares is he didn't shit on any other video games. He shat on the movie industry. So yeah, that was I don't know, people. Also, he didn't wear a hat that said make.
It didn't feel forced either.
Yeah, it didn't feel forced, and his hat didn't make me think of Donald Trump. So, then anyway, they announced the Battle Royale mode. It's coming to Splitgate 2, but I got so sidetracked thinking about his hat. So anyway, so it's Battle Royale mode is in Splitgate 2, which and then we got the new trailer and official title for the game that's now called Stranger Than Heaven, the new RGG studio. I always have to like say it slow to how many G's. Their new game. Now, as Geoff pointed out after it, the first trailer obviously was set in 1915. This trailer set in 1945. There's a part at the end of the trailer where someone asks if this person's Japanese or not. And he says he's not. And he says he's something else. I don't know. The implication seems to be he's a time traveling dude. I don't know. What do you think? It looks cool nonetheless.
I don't know. Well, I mean, the fact that it was codenamed Project Century, like, you know.
Yeah. So
could be someone
are we going through
100?
We're going through 100 years of Japan.
Potentially, you know.
Yeah.
So this dude's here solving a mystery? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Is someone traveling through time?
That's kind of cool.
Trying to track him down.
That would be Stranger Than Heaven.
It would be, yeah. Maybe he's an angel.
Yeah.
Either way,
Japanese equivalent.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Looks very cool though, obviously.
Yes.
I think
it sounds really cool. Like a jazzy kind of score.
Yeah, very heavy on the music. Not just like as they like, hey, it's got a cool soundtrack. They even cut away to people like playing the drums and stuff like it. It makes it seem like the music in the world at the time is going to play an important part in the overall game. So I'm down for that. You know. It's like Damien Chazelle got involved in this motherfucker, you know. So. And then the show ended with the actual reveal of Resident Evil 9 or Resident Evil Requiem or 9 Requiem. I can't remember how they did the subtitling and stuff. Nonetheless, it comes out February 27th.
Yep.
Was trying to watch it, as watching it, trying to work out if I like who this character is from. We Googled the name. The character says they're from Outbreak 1 and 2 and they're a journalist. I'm not sure if that's the same character. Lots of questions I have that I need answered from people who know.
My guess is that's the daughter of the character who, in the character says her mother implied that the mother got killed in the same hotel.
That would make sense, I guess. So okay. Yeah. I'm sure by now, by the time I stop this upload, that someone's done it with some
full breakdown of what the trailer means and who all these characters are. And
maybe I just head to Brittany Bromberger's fucking social media account. I'm sure she can tell me. So
okay, that's great.
I mean, it was a cool trailer. I'm keen for more Resident Evil. Obviously, I've played really like the last couple, but I in no means have I ever claimed to be a Resident Evil lore super aficionado. So, hold on, was this one of Karen's predictions? Wasn't it? This he gets a point for this, doesn't he? Resident Evil.
Somebody must have.
Someone said Resident Evil. I think it was Kieran. I'd have to double check. So, but I feel someone definitely said Resident Evil. I remember us talking about who would be in the sequel on Arcade Couch, that predictions episode. So, yeah. All right, unless you've got anything to add.
No.
Then I will bid you. I'll just do my Kenny Omega closing. That'll do it for this bonus episode of Arcade Couch. Of course, there's lots more streams and things happening. So head on over to explosionhour.com for all the breakdowns and trailers you may be missing from things like Day of Devs, which I'm going to go watch and have up. Check that out. And then whatever the hell else is happening today, I can't remember. Devolver. Yep. Something else. Obviously, the Hideo Kojima Death Stranding 2 thing happens this afternoon, and then there's like 14 streams tomorrow. Fucking I don't know.
PC's on Tuesday.
That's tomorrow. Monday. Yeah, Monday after Xbox Showcase, I think. Anyway, it's all happening now. You know, it's all happening. Frosty Game Fest tomorrow. So check out the Australian one, of course. Let us know your thoughts on the show if you like. Blue Sky explosionhour.com. Yep.
How's your Switch 2?
Yeah, good.
Cool.
Thank you. I was glad.
Where can people go if they want to see you unboxing?
Oh yeah, if you want to see my unboxing, it's on that everyone's annoyed that I didn't smash the box. Yeah.
Yeah, where you were chickened out.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo sent me this, so I'm gonna treat it properly. No.
I like how you and Nicholas Pryor both at the straight away. It's like about the boxes. However, I will say that someone who doesn't know my past content and who just like this rep from work watched the video and then just sent me a message and said, "Your video is so chaotic. Your energy is all over the place." And I'm thinking, I'm calmer in this. I feel like you know, so that the bar.
She was in the PS5 unboxing video.
Yeah. I will say there's a whole part there. I just want to know, if you go watch the video, which is on Instagram and TikTok, either places, there's the part where I'm measuring the camera. I took about 20 minutes. And I've had to cut it down because I could not find
couldn't figure out the numbers.
Because I couldn't find a measuring tape. And then I had to like go.
You're like, I'm going to go to the store and get a measuring tape.
It's a whole... Anyway, so I had to just cut it down.
Release the long cut.
Yeah, but I was so committed to the bit at that point. Anyway, so check that out. Look, if you're sick of people just opening it, come listen to me measure it. I don't know, you know.
Just babble.
Yeah, that's the thing. Play into your strengths and babble. I can. You know what I mean? TikTok and Instagram for that one over there at Explosion Network on TikTok, and then Explosion. Is it Explosion Network on both? Is Instagram Explosion Pod? I don't know. Either way,
I can't remember.
Maybe I should write this down someday. Anyway, check those out. Until next stream, until next thing, we'll be back talking about more stuff over the coming week, of course. Right here on Explosion Network and Arcade Couch. Have a good one. Goodbye.